welcome back. Look, it's the Charger. Finally, a Charger video. How long has it been? Probably over a month now since I actually uploaded something about the Charger, and I know you guys got a lot of questions. I'm here to answer, so grab a seat, because it's going to be not a long video, but it's going to be, we're going to be talking for a bit. So let's get the big question out of the way. What's been going on? Why is the Charger still sitting at the same spot since I last recorded? Well, since the new year started, there's a lot of changes that's been happening that's affecting the car right now. All the videos I recorded about the Charger happened way in like the later years of 2023. So that's why I was able to still upload stuff a little bit later, because I had everything pre-planned out. From there, my original plan was when 2024 starts, a couple of things that needs to get done. The car needs to get a roll cage, motor needs to be built. So obviously that's not happening because the things I've planned out since the beginning of the year, unfortunately, didn't work out. And it sucks, but that's just life now, like, hey, it is what it is, right? I can't go into detail specifically because, nothing is in stone and nothing as bad has happened. I just want to make that clear. Nothing bad has happened at all. Like, it's not one of those type of videos, but it's just one of those things like, hey, man, it's life. Situations happen where things just don't work out, and you got to be like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Got to move on. Right? Can't cry over spilled milk. And that's like the whole point here. I'm trying to make this in this video. Even though the car is not being built the way how fast I want it to be, because I don't want this to be sitting forever, but I do want to kind of clear up the air a little bit, because I've seen a couple people comment in my TikToks and Instagram like, what's been going on the Charger? And believe me, I want this thing to be rolling on its own power, not as a chest. Another thing too, right, since the beginning of the year, and this is just personally for me, it's been pretty rough. 2024 wasn't really a fun time, right? On top of like what's been going on with the Charger and the pink car and me as a content creator. My content creator side is not bad at all. Like, it's like, that's great, like we're chugging along, things are moving, right? Things are maybe not as fast, but things are moving. But my private life, it's just been pretty rough, man. It's like little things, but it's one of those little things adds up together and it becomes like, a lot to bear. And like, I'm not like touching too much to that because, everyone's got their own problems, right? Like, everyone's got their own problems, right? It's not the whole point of this video. Thankfully though, we're kind of like, chugging along now. We're getting the train, choo-chin, but I kind of want to make a video now to not only document, but to kind of explain things. I hate the idea of you guys not knowing what's going on. Longer YouTube videos kind of help that. I'm trying to juggle both Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, and all these little platforms all over the place. Me jumping back into YouTube. I'm super excited, by the way. I'm super excited. I got a lot of content. I filmed. I still gotta like edit, upload, but it's kind of a balance. Sorry, I just been yapping. I'm just trying to like, speed run this information to you guys. The new plan is we're not going to worry about the roll cage right now because that's still not confirmed yet. And, I don't want to just let the car sit while we get other stuff done. So I'm not saying the car won't get roll caged, but it won't be roll caged around this time. Maybe sooner. Maybe we never know. But for now, roll caging is out of the question at the moment. Motor-wise, I know in the original video, I said that I was going to have a built motor. But the thing is, we're not going to do that because one, that's very expensive. I don't make that kind of money to just be dropping motors. Like, if I could tell you guys one thing, me being a content creator with all the followers I have, I am not making that kind of money. Whatever money you guys are thinking of, I'm not making. I just feel like the average Joe. Because of that, we're going to be using a lot of the same setup, almost the same blueprint style motor that I had on the FDM, because we're only increasing like potentially another 150 horsepower. And to me, and that's like under 500. To me, that's not enough to justify going like full, like investing so much into this motor, because the RB is capable. And the only reason why we had motor trouble is because the valve train I ignored. I let it go because I should have fixed it. I mean, the motor still runs and drives, like the FDM still runs and drives. And this is a show car. This is not like not show car. It's like it's an entertainment vehicle, it's made to go out there and have a good time. It's a grassroots party car. Sorry, party car. It's a party car. Sorry. Hood stacking out, cars just shooting flames, redlining, 4 seats. We're just like, we're whipping this thing. That's it. It's not supposed to be some crazy 1,000 horsepower Pro-Am car. It's nothing like that. It's not my style. Traditional building is not my style. We're going to do things a little bit like mix match, right? Because most people, when you have a car like this, you should get all the fabrication done like on the jump. Same thing with the pink car, right? But I'm like, well, I'm only going to get stuff done where I know I can get stuff done, you know, because I don't have the crazy resources passed through traditionally. You know, I got to kind of work what I have. So it's possible that the car could be running and driving, everything's done, and it still won't have a roll cage in it, and we might roll cage it last, right? Thankfully, this is not a full, like, interior car, thankfully, because if that happens, oh man, it'll be such a pain. Most like a factory-ish kind of setup here with obviously like aftermarket turbo, aftermarket intake. So pretty much what we had on the FDM, we're putting it in here, and I'm gonna be a lot more attention to detail. Better fans, better radiator, better coolers, better oil, replacing oil, like we're changing oil very oftenly, running a different type of fuel between E85 and some other fuel that Cole, my tuner, I was talking about. He completely gets the bill. Like, you know, RBs are very capable of making a lot of power, especially for the power band I'm pushing for. It's completely capable. I would say this is February right now as I'm recording, early February, I think like February 5th. Car I want to be running and driving with this new timeline now before the summer ends. It doesn't have to look good, it just needs to run and drive. So thankfully, Tailgate Factory, they've done the hardest part in this thing and putting the motor where it needs to be. Everything else is like no different. I think there's some small custom stuff like intercooler piping, maybe some radiator hoses, right? But other than that, everything else, it should bolt up super similarly what I'm doing with the Pink 240, you know, like interchangeable stuff. Oh, and drive shaft is another thing. And then before the year ends, I want this to be like my full car for 2025. So that's the new plan. I think I kind of covered all the bases. Sorry, I just kind of like speed ran everything. There's just so much that's been going on. I'm trying to compress, and I'm not trying to make this video like super long. But thankfully, that's not the only thing I'm gonna be doing in this video. I'm actually gonna do something to this by robbing the guts out of this Charger. The reason why I am taking the guts out of this car, okay, is because this transmission, for what I know, it's good. It's actually gonna be going into the Pink 240 because the Pink 240, I kind of, you know, trying to speed it up. It's the most quickest car I could get pulled out and start driving, hopefully in the next 2 months from now, because I'm trying to go to the OTL's open house party, and I can't wait to make a video about that. I'm even trying to make a rap video or a music video or something like that. I'm like, dude, I'm getting super excited for that, but that's like a totally different situation. This junk motor doesn't belong in this car, you know? It needs to have a proper motor in here, and I need to also find out if this thing is even salvageable at all. Like, anything is in here. Is this like just a dead motor, or like the block is good, the head's good? So that's something I have to figure out too as well. Thankfully, there's nothing in here to, you know, stop me from pulling this thing out. But I do admit, since it's been out here, there's some small stuff has been rusting. I'm just like, man, that's just when you don't have a big garage to put everything in. Roll this thing down, get the hoist, unhoist this thing, get into my van, and then, well, at that point, then, well, I'm still too early to put this trans and the motor together and everything, but that's like we're just gonna do for now. So that's kind of like the basis at the moment. So, all right, let's get that started. I don't have my microphone hooked up because my phone's about to die, but look how easy was it to take the whole front clip off the car. And this is one of the reasons why I love the fact that this RB fits so well in here. If I have to change a motor out, like at an event, like highly unlikely, but let's just say, for example, it didn't take that long to do all this, huh? Now we're gonna get the hoist in here, and hopefully this should not take that long. Trans finally apart. that wasn't as too bad. It got a little, you know, scary here and there. There is a Cookie Monster bloodbath over here. I did not know this trans had fluid in it. Well, I guess that's a good thing, right? I will definitely clean that up later. So, but before we take this, I'm actually going to be doing some small stuff to this right now. We're going to be changing out the throwout bearing. As I was about to put this engine in, I saw this dentation here. I'm like, where did this come from? And that's when I remember when I accidentally dropped the engine because I didn't have the hoist loaded. Oh my god. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, it's just like, that's gotta suck. I was gonna use this pan too. I mean, I probably still could use it, but it's just, she's a little beat up right there. So, oh man. Well, at least, you know, hopefully the pickup is okay. Oh. So, that was pretty rough. I'm definitely going to be cleaning that. But as I'm pushing the car, I slipped on it and I bumped my knee on the ground. And I don't feel the pain now because the adrenaline kicked in. But, oh man, dude, it hurt, man. So now, I'm just going to pack all my stuff up here. And then we're going to go... catch my breath. Then we're gonna go inside and work on the trans. Ugh. Now that I finally got this trans out, I just smell like trans fluid, dude. Like, it's just... Ugh. Toge Factory actually got me a bunch of stuff, and one of the packages in here is a new throwout bearing. I've never changed out a throwout bearing before, but it's okay. My buddy Scott is gonna help me if I can identify which one's the throwout bearing. I believe this must be the throwout bearing. Yes, this is it. This is the throwout bearing. And we got pilot bearing, seal, oil gear. Oh, this is for the trans? And this is a rear main. Yes. Hopefully we can put the seal on too. Okay, so it should just come off like this. And then it's like a little... I think I remember doing one of these before in the past. But I think what happened was that I gave up on the FDM. Oh, I see. Hold on. That's what he was talking about. It's like a press piece. So this new piece right here. So I do remember buying this in the past, but I never installed it because I didn't have to press it out. I mean, this doesn't seem too bad. Actually, never mind. This sounds way better. Oh yeah, this thing was making a... Oh yeah. That can't be good, huh? I don't know if it's supposed to be making that kind of noise. But you guys hear that, right? You hear that noise? Then you hear this throwout bearing? Nothing. Just nothing. Scott, I'm gonna use your hammer real quick.
Yeah, literally just hit it right here.
Oh, really?
Just fucking take it and just smack it. Honestly, you could grab another hammer and do it if you wanted. Put this hammer here, and then just take a hammer and whack.
And just smack it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is my first time even doing a throwout bearing. So, you know, obviously I don't want to mess anything up. But just like Scott said, so he says just do this, and then it should just pop right out, right? Huh? Oh, wow, nice. Oh, yeah, look, it's almost coming out. But it's just a little bit off because now I'm hitting the actual bearing side. So I need to kind of like... Okay, so I found the socket here, and it's just perfect. So it should just like... Wow! Look at that! Look at that! That is so awesome. So this is the bad part, and then we just throw in a new one. That's awesome. Yeah, they were right. It doesn't really take that long to do a throwout bearing. Because I was like, do I really need to do it? And they're like, Cho, it takes like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. Scott said, put this on the bearing. Okay. And then just use the vise to I kind of like did it a little bit uneven. So it's kind of like, oh, it's a little bit uneven. So maybe I could like salvage it here. That does not look right at all. All right, I'm definitely doing it crooked, hon. Okay, there you go. Hammer fixes the problem. That got a little scary. And just like that, look, brand new throwout bearing on it. All right, so now I'm trying to remember how this thing went. I believe it was like this. So, okay, so there's the fork. The fork needs to go in like this. And then the throwout bearing goes in. And then you just kind of have to like... Okay, so, all right, I am sort of struggling, and I'm getting flashbacks now of how much I struggle with this. So, I think that's in, right? Right? No? Oh, no, I messed up now. Oh, I just messed it up. Okay, there you go. That's it. Okay, stop touching it. Beautiful, brand new throwout bearing. That was so easy, super easy. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is the seal here. Here's my brand new one. So, I mean, I know there's fluid here, but that's just because I was tilting the engine. The seal should be good, but it's always good to change it out, right? While we're changing everything out anyways. So, all right, let me go get the tools. They probably make a special tool for this, but come on. Oh, dude, look at that right there, gone. The seal is now cleaned up. That is golden. Look at that. Look at that. Brand new seal. Nice and good. This transmission is ready to go. It took a while. Might have hurt myself a little bit, but we finally got the trans service, new throwout bearing, new seal, and now this thing is ready to go into the Pink 240. Maybe we'll clean up all the excess water. So yeah, she is also missing a shifter, so I need to get a shifter for her. All right, let's get this thing loaded.